Hello, hello. It's David. It's been a couple of days. I'm busy writing or whatever. The name of this video is Don't Let Facts Ever Invade Your Truth or Change Your Truth. This is a principle that I wanted to speak on for some time. Here's where my head is. 80% of the human population, I think, in my opinion, don't really think, don't really care. They don't really want to learn. They don't want to be motivated. They don't want to gain new information and grow. They're happy with who they are, and they have every right to do that. There's another 20% that are in combination that are motivated, want new facts, want to learn, are interested in developing and changing. And as new facts enter our lives, we're willing to change. That's not 80% of the population. So let me just make this video go on record, get on record. I don't care if it's political. I don't care if it's religious. I don't care if it's gender. I don't care. 80% of the creatures that are here in the container called humans on Urantia, the Earth, they're pretty crude. They're pretty empty. They're pretty fearful. They just are scared. Is that the nature of mankind? I haven't determined that yet. But the facts don't matter. And the facts basically can be interpreted very different by different containers, different human beings. They believe, they're entrenched, this is who I am, this is never going to change, fine. So that's great. Be that. I don't care. How does that hurt me? I'm not that way. If you walk in here today and say, well, gee, David, you've said this, you've said that, we have some new facts. Sit the fuck down. Give me your new facts. Let me determine, are the facts reliable? Where do they come from? What, are you giving me something in writing? Are you giving me your experience? I'm willing to accept facts in any format. And then if I find that they're factual and it bears in on my previous political, religious, moral, gender belief system, I'm going to change. Most of you aren't. Most of you go, fuck it. No, I'm this, I'm that, I believe. Fine. Believe what you want to believe. Again, that doesn't hurt me. It only hurts you. I've said over in the last 2 weeks, I've said to several men, you can't shoot yourself in the foot anymore because you have no feet. You've done it so often, your feet are gone. Well, I think that it needs to be said and it needs to be clear that we are here to learn. That's the only reason we're here. In the learning process, we have fun, we have joy, we have entertainment, we have recreation. There are certain parts of our sensory system which, when we jump out of a plane, which I've never done, I'd be scared to death, parachute, that there's new information that we learn. But as a counselor for almost going on 80 years old now, I'm 77, pushing 80. I've done a lot of counseling. Nothing has surprised me lately. When I was a young counselor, when somebody would say, David, I have a problem, I say, okay, what is it? And he would say, well, I have 2 penises on my forehead, and kids are making fun of me, and I'm having a hard time integrating with people. That would make me sit back. It never shocked me because I've always been a counselor. And I thought, well, I've never seen a man with 2 penises on his forehead before, but let's go ahead and talk about it, and let's discover how I might be able to support you, help you tap into your Heavenly Mother and Heavenly Father, and said, why do I have 2 penises, and what can I do to integrate into a social society? Well, these days, I've seen 2 penises, I've seen 8 vaginas, I've seen, penises and vaginas all over the body. So not too much surprises me. Not that I can't be surprised. Believe me, I can be surprised. These creatures, humans, every time I think they've done the lowest, the most nasty, the most ridiculous, the most satanic thing, they always seem to have a wild card and pull it out and say, hey, look at this one. I go, okay. So here's my advice. I'm talking with you today more as a seasoned counselor. A seasoned counselor. If you're entrenched, who you are, you're not going to fucking change, then you don't need to be in counseling at all. You're not going to learn anything. I've learned, I have a couple of degrees, master's degrees, in teaching at the college level. And I've learned you can't teach a human being anything. All you can do is present information, books, facts, journals, experience, videos, whatever. You can present that on a table, but it's like a horse. You can lead a horse to water, but you can't make it drink. You can lead a human to facts, but they may not change. They may not integrate any of those facts. They have every right. The horse has a right to say, fuck you, I'm not taking a drink of water, I'm going to stand here in the sun, and goddamn, I'm going to fall over and be dead. I'm right, you're wrong. Okay. It's not right, and it's not wrong. See, humans want to be black and white. It's not the way life is. Life is all the shades of gray. So I can put information on a table as a counselor, and I always say, I've learned in my louder counseling days, when they say, well, gee, I did this, and I did that, and he just said this to me, and I took that truck, and I listen kindly. And I said, well, gee, how's that working for you? How's that working for you? It slows them down. Some of them, it stops. And they go, well, fuck. I don't have a job. I don't have a wife. I don't have a marriage. I'm fucking bankrupt. My car's been repoed. I have misery. I drink. I drug. I'm unhappy. Well, how's that working for you? Some of them will go, it works. It works. It works. I had the most important, one of the most important books Jenny and I wrote is Anger. If you go on to Amazon Books, look up David Crossett and pull up the Anger book. I've had some very positive responses from individuals who used to be locked in, very locked in. This is who I am, and nothing's going to change it. Take a look at that Anger book, and it proves that if we're angry, we yell, we scream, we stand up, we point, we're driven by emotion. That turns off Heavenly Mother and Heavenly Father. They're not going to tell you or me anything. They're going to say, fuck you. Fuck you. I've taught you that emotion and anger is a barrier to spirituality. The information cannot flow from us, and if you want to put that wall up, put it up. We don't care. You'll learn, and you have eternity to do it. There's no time period. There's no time period. So, if you want to bring that book up, if you're one of those people that say, well, fuck him, yeah, this bullshit that humans engage in, that only hurts them. That only delays their development, their understanding, their maturity, their wisdom. That doesn't hurt anybody else. It hurts you and it hurts me. When we get angry and we say, well, this is the way it is. I know this is the way it is. Women, gender can do that. Men can do that, gender. It can be political. It can be religious. It can be financial. It can be many, many different platforms as a human develops. So, if you're interested, and I am, goddamn, I am, I'm fucking interested. You come over here. You show me a new book. You show me a new goddamn idea. You show me a new experience that I've never had before. I'm like a goddamn sponge. Bring it on. I want to hear it. Facts don't intimidate me. Facts don't intimidate me. They cause me to think, to grow, and to change. I like that. Most humans don't. Most humans don't. And,
I'm not quite sure how to help you with that.
See, you see, my phones are 8 feet away from me. And there's an i15 there, there's an i14 there, there's an Android there. They're totally unprompted. But when I hit into these spiritual areas, the other side of the veil, this TV right now I can't turn on. My aquarium is gone here, and whether you believe it or not, the other side has ways of interfering with mechanical things. But the spiritual things of our Heavenly Father and Mother are so superior. These are like parlor tricks, poltergeists and parlor tricks when we touch on spirituality. So, as a counselor, I believe in tough love at a point. There seems to be, even in the Bible and in the Urantia book, which both indicate unrighteous dominion, anger. There comes a point for a counselor to tell the client, you need to shit or get off the fucking pot. Counseling is a ladder. Counseling is not a refuge. Counseling is not a place to live and to spend our lives. Counseling is a ladder. If you don't want to get on the rings of that ladder and start climbing, get the fuck out of here. I don't need your money. I don't need your time. And I don't need the grief. Frankly, I don't need the grief. If you want to learn, if you're motivated, you want to go somewhere, and I do, I see the ladder. I have a counselor. I'm a counselor. MSWJ, clinical. And Mercy and I are in counseling. He brought up the Four Horsemen. I didn't know anything about that. I'm going to look that up and learn. Our relationship is growing a little bit, and we're learning some things, and we're maybe communicating a little bit better. So, this is tough love. If you spent a year, 2 years, 10 years, or you spent 70 years fucking yourself up, shooting yourself in the foot, I don't want to be involved with you anymore. You're on your own. I do that with my kids. I've got 15 children, and they want to be independent. They want to fuck their own lives up, and sometimes just need to learn. I tell them, don't let the door hit you in the ass. Don't let the door hit you in the ass. I'm here if you want to call, you want to come back, you want to talk, you want to engage, you want to learn. Great. You don't? Fuck you. Fuck you. It happens that we're genetically related. Yeah. Blood related. Yeah. But you know what? You know what? I've learned. Some of my adopted children are more connected to me than my biological children. The biology, the DNA, the nurture and the nature, those things can be very flexible, very tricky. So this, I want to make my counseling maybe debut. I have never counseled over the internet. I've got whatever, 3 or 4 million hit, 2,000 videos. I don't even keep track anymore because it's not important. But there comes a point as a counselor where I need to say to each one of my clients and to myself, if you believe the way you believe, great. You have every right to do that. Don't let the door get you in the ass. Go out there and see if you can find another foot to grow, an appendage, and shoot it off again. That's a pattern that you and I have sometimes. And I don't want that pattern. I like these 2 feet. I don't want to shoot myself in the foot anymore. But that's me. That's not you. May not be you. You may go, fuck it. I'm going to do what I want to do. It's always worked for me. I've always been able to dig myself out, pull myself up by the bootstraps, fuck everybody, fuck the world, fuck this, fuck that. Okay. So, as your counselor, I'm saying, great. Go ahead and live your life the way you want. You're going to, and I'm going to receive the rewards and the consequences. I'm pretty happy. I have, things I need. I don't live in a mansion, but I have everything that I need. And I'm willing to listen to spiritual promptings from Heavenly Father and Heavenly Mother. It's made my life better, and I'm happy about that. And I think I'm going to continue along that path. If you don't, again, how does that hurt me? I'm just a counselor. You can say to your counselor, you can say to your Heavenly Father and Heavenly Mother, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you. Okay? We're pretty mature. We have some pretty good self-esteem. We know it's not fuck us. It's going to be fuck you. You're fucking yourself. And there's been years and perhaps centuries, perhaps millennia will go by where you're going to say, I know everything. I'm not going to change. So, a little bit of tough love. As a counselor, there comes a point where I have to say to people, you seem to be entrenched. Yeah, you don't need counseling. Counseling is a ladder. It's not a place to live. If you don't want to start climbing the rungs of the ladder, then when you're ready, please get a hold of me. If you never get ready, I feel empathetic because I see potential in all human beings, but much of that growth, if you don't plant the seed in soil, proper soil, water it, weed it, put sunlight on it, it's not going to grow. So that's up to each one of us. Each one of us is an independent creature. Salvation, if you want to use that word, or perfection, it's not a group experience. You don't get in a group called the Catholic Church, the Greek Orthodox Church, Jehovah's Witness, Buddhism, Christianity. It's not a group function. As humans, I'm not social. Sociality, because I'm bipolar, maybe, I don't know why I'm not social. I don't really care if anybody looks at my channels. I don't care if they clap, they give me a high five, thumbs up. That's important to you people. You like trophies, you like accolades, you like plaques on the wall. I don't. That's silliness to me. But I have to be in the group. I'm in a container that, the lights have to come on. Somebody has to produce electricity. Someone has to sell microphones. I have to integrate socially to a certain point. Many of you integrate paramount. The group is the most important. Your religion, your political party, your gender, your this, your that. You're trying to progress in a group. As your counselor, I'm going to tell you that's fucked. It's not going to work. You'll learn. I learned. I'm not putting this out to other people to say, oh, I know, I'm David, I know everything. No, it's not that. I've learned. I'm trying to share what I've learned. If you're not interested in that, again, I'm just trying to share. I'm trying to invite. As a counselor, there are things that I've learned in counseling that other men and women, and especially the women are much better counselors, tuned in better. You don't like me to say that? I don't care. It's the truth. Don't let the facts. Don't ever let the facts change your truth. You stay who you are. And if you look out and you say, God damn, I'm so happy. I've spent every moment of my life laughing and joyful and peaceful. Jesus, don't change it. But if you're bankrupt, you're divorced over and over, you have problems in relationships, you can't hold on to a fucking job, you're chased by bankruptcy, you don't know where your next meal is coming from. If you like that lifestyle, you created it. You're not a victim. I'm not a victim. There's no victims. We have created our own heaven on earth, our own hell on earth. Heavenly Father and Heavenly Mother are constantly guiding us, talking to us, and if we don't tune in, that doesn't hurt them. They're still God. They still love us. They're still trying to communicate, but if we go on to Amazon and pull that book up on anger and buy it. If you can't afford whatever, $7.77, you're a fucking loser anyway. And I remember there were days in my life I could afford $7.77 for a book, and I didn't want to read somebody else's book. Fuck that. I've grown. You want to grow? Grow. You don't want to grow? Don't. But we make our own heaven. We make our own hell. There is no punishment. Every decision you and I make, every video that I produce, there's consequences, good and bad. I have to accept those consequences, good and bad. Heaven is not really a place we go where there's mansions, where there's gold streets and perfect. We create our own heaven. I have a video on Cockroach that talks about that, and that was about, 8 months, a year ago, and suddenly Genevieve Nicole Crossett was born, and she's my Christmas present. I didn't have to die to get that present. In my last few years of life, there she is. So you can watch my videos, learn a little bit about Genevieve Nicole Crossett, who she is. You can buy her memoirs. She wrote them. She's written all these revelations. They're not me. This is me. This is my experience. This is my personality. Heavenly Father is not whispering to me as a counselor to advise you to do this or that. We need to separate what is revelation, what is inspiration, what is education, what is wisdom, what is experience. That's part of being a human and a container. Our senses feed to us what's right, what's wrong. You'll feel it. You'll get goosebumps like I do. You'll get a feeling of impact that it's true when you hear certain words, certain phrases. That's, again, Heavenly Father and Mother rubber stamping that what we're hearing, we're in line. We're picking up the right frequency. So, let me close this particular video. Don't ever let facts invade your truth. Goddamn, stay who you are. If you're happy and you know it, what is it? If you're happy and you know it, shake your hand, shake your head. I don't know, turn around. Oh, I'm having dementia here. So, what I'm saying, if you don't want to change, don't fucking change. I want to change. I want to be a new person every goddamn minute of my life. When that door knocks and people walk in and people come from here and the phone calls that come in and the people I do my best to counsel and try to help, I want to change. I want to learn. And I want to grow and develop. And I do. I do. Every day is a new person. Every day. And things that I used to believe, I don't believe anymore. Things that I never thought I'd believe, I believe now because the facts have borne in on my truth. So, this is tough love. This is your counselor saying to me and you, I'm not projecting to you. I'm saying from myself. This is my therapy. If it helps you, great. Doesn't, turn it off. I want to learn. I want to change. I want to grow. I want to develop. And you know what? 2 words. Gratitude. Humility. 2 words. Gratitude. Humility. If you and I don't have that, we're fucked. We're fucked. And if you haven't seen that yet, you will. It might be 10 million years. So what? I like to see it today. Because I like to spend my time growing and developing. If you do, then you tune in to your Heavenly Father, your Heavenly Mother. If that book on anger, if you're angry, you're upset, you're depressed, you're just a mean, vengeful, hateful person, that's your own fault. I'm telling you as a counselor, it's your own fucking fault. You don't like it, change. If you want to be a victim, be a victim. You can be a victim forever. Kind of fun being a victim because you don't have any responsibility. It's always somebody else's fault. So I've got people coming in and I've got other things I've got to do right here. So I wanted to squeeze this video in. The video is don't let facts ever change your truth. And you'll live in a constant cesspool of existence. But if that's where you want to live, so be it. So I'll probably fall down and turn the camera off.